over $11 trillion that is being, that we're throwing away in the name of waste.
Okay, talking about waste to wealth, there are so many unemployed Nigerians now. Is there any way they can convert this waste to wealth in their pockets? How can they do that?
Definitely. There are several ways to get our youths engaged. This waste can be looked into, the biodegradable waste, and thus can be converted into organic manure. It can be used to reclaim land. It can be used to produce even the much needed electricity. And not just that, by the time you do all those, there is a chain. The people who are collecting it, those who are sorting it. In fact, for those wastes, even the biogas plants will have our youths who will maintain, who will produce, and you can say it will produce another level of green jobs. But you talk about non-degradable waste, like our tins, our rubbers, plastics, and everything. Those who collect, in fact, you can create a metal scrap industry, a scrap rubber industry, conversion industry. Name it. Is it waste paper, bottles, and you can turn them into several other products. And in each of that level, you can generate millions of jobs, and then reuse this so-called waste. I like to call it so-called because they are actually not waste, that they are resources that we are not able to see as resources.
What to be done? What can be done with waste? Would you therefore say that the business of changing waste to wealth is a lucrative one?
Definitely, it will be a lucrative one if done properly, like in some other countries where at the point of the waste there are different containers for the various types of waste. That way it's easier to collect to a collection center. Even the people collect, unfortunately we dump everything together, which also creates another level of expense in separating them. So yes, waste can be turned into wealth, huge wealth and employment opportunities.
As so-called waste, can all waste be converted to wealth or be recycled?
Well, I am not competent to talk about nuclear waste, but I can tell you that all other waste, yes, you can convert them, you can recycle them, you can reuse them, you can, even reduce them. They just can be converted to usable goods and services.
Around, is there a value chain in the waste management system in the country already on ground? And then what are the needed innovative steps that can be taken to turn waste to wealth?
There certainly is. It's just that it's not well developed and recognized, because like you go around the streets, you see young men collecting waste. They gather them, they ship them to somewhere. But if it's done in such a way that they are trained and to sort this waste and then take them to specific depot that will take them to the factories. So it's a lot of chain. And then even after this is done, the products they are produced from, for instance, in the Songhai farms in Benin, nothing is wasted from the plastic papers. They produce planters, they produce crates for eggs, and all kinds of things are created, which is a value chain, because those things go back into the system and provide one level of service or the other for the users.
In the business of changing waste to wealth, if what you're doing is replicated across the country, what do you envision for Nigerian economy?
Let me start from home or Africa. We are told that Rwanda is the cleanest country in Africa. I didn't want to understand that until I discovered that they have 270,000 biogas plants, which means they are headhunting waste. And of course, what do they use it? Electricity, heating, and this kind of thing when everybody has electricity, many small businesses can thrive. And then people are engaged. People are more comfortable in their homes with light. And a whole range of business activities can be carried on. So if you look at waste from that perspective, I'm talking about biodegradable waste, then you see a lot of changes in the economy, because the bane of many businesses in Nigeria is electricity. It costs a lot, it's not regular, but if you have it done through waste that would have been thrown away, it's a lot of savings for the businesses, and businesses can grow. Most of the post-harvest losses we are talking about, Nigeria has a lot of it. If there is regular electricity, all those will go into improving the economy, because it can be processed to standard and, of course, exported.
Let's talk about the role of the environment in the development and the quality of lives of the people. Can you speak about that?
Well, okay. Now, environment, according to World Health Organization, environment is the physical, biological, chemical, and every other thing minus a human being. So human being is actually situated in the environment. And the truth is that if the environment is not balanced, if it's not right, human beings feel uncomfortable, and naturally they cannot develop. So you cannot separate environmental health from the well-being of a nation.